when two men attempted to take credit for the unexplained crop circles. Their demonstration was nothing short of laughable. So what are the intricate and well-thought-out designs? While investigating the phenomenon, Colin Andrews had an experience that proved to him he was onto something big. As you'll see when this Paranormal TV classic continues.
It's very strange. Once you've seen the genuine one and been involved with it, well, it's different. It's unexplainable. It really is strange.
The dimensions, the densities, and the complexity of these circles are evolving and increasing dramatically. We have now, just last year, we had reports in excess of 500 between May and September. This year already, we have 250 independent sites, and that probably, when we finish putting them into the computer, will exceed 1,500 actual events. And on average, they are arriving here now between 2 and 5 major aggregates each day. It would take an army of people to construct them.
My husband's family have farmed here for 103 years. And last year, we experienced our first taste of the crop circles quite early in the morning. And we saw it below the road in the fields. We had binoculars with us, went up on the hills and looked down on it, and realized that this was something pretty incredible. I can't tell you what they are. I can't even tell you what I think they are. I can tell you what I know they're not. I know they're not made by people.
I've farmed here since I was a boy, and I've never seen nothing like we saw when we had the circles.
These people know their land. They work their land. They know every square inch. They know their crops. They know their weather conditions. Each one has told me absolutely no way can this be caused by a weather condition such as whirlwinds or fertilizer burns or anything like that. They've seen it all. It's not possible. Most of these fields have been in the families for several generations. They know they're not hoaxes because of the fact that you can't get into the field without leaving a path.
As we walked through one of these pictograms in southern England, it became apparent that no man or machine on Earth could do this. These crops are not broken. They are bent, woven, and layered. The layer on top is whirling in a counterclockwise direction, wherein the layer underneath goes the opposite way. The intricacy of the pattern points to a delicately controlled energy. What type of energy, no one knows, but there are astonishing residual effects left in the circles.
Many strange things occur with equipment in cornfields. Myself, I've experienced camera malfunctions. The still cameras won't work. I have known a case where a focal plane shutter bent up completely inside the camera for some reason. My video camera, which at the time was on the end of a 20-foot pole, I was doing a pan shot from left to right. For some reason, the magnetic sequence onto the tape failed to work. You have a clean tape, a lot of flashing. The soundtrack disappeared, that was digital, completely. BBC, they too have suffered the same fate with a new Betacam video camera, commercial one. They too suffered the same fate. Their camera malfunctioned and they could never ever get it to work again.
During a beautiful summer's day in 1987, I travelled to a place called Wantage in Oxfordshire to have a look closely at a circle surrounded by one concentric ring. And out of that ring came a small pathway pushing into the standing crop, at the end of which was a small area, a small depression, a cup-shaped, perfectly cup-shaped depression, out of which the soil had been removed and was nowhere to be seen. I had removed from the bottom of the depression a soil sample and a small stone. I put this in a plastic bag and removed it. I took it back to my home in Andover, and I locked it in a room which was very well secured by 3 independent intruder alarm systems, one of which I designed myself and have a British patent for.
That morning, at 4:15, one of his 3 sophisticated alarms went off. And every morning, for 2 weeks, his alarms were triggered by something at 4:15 a.m. Outside scientists were brought in, but his alarm systems checked out. There were no signs of forced entry, and nothing was ever disturbed except for the infrared sensors in the system had detected a strange heat source moving across them. The day the soil samples were removed from the house, the alarms mysteriously stopped.